Hi Capricorn, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Chandler and this is your intuitive energy reading for this week. You guys, I know it's not Earth Sign Thursday, okay? It's supposed to be Water Sign Wednesday today, but lucky you. You get your reading today because I'm actually no longer doing Earth Sign Thursday. I just found it so unfair for my Earth signs because every week I get to Earth signs, I tend to be really low on energy and life has been pretty hectic. So what I've decided to do instead is post readings as I get intuitions, as I get messages. So it could come on a Tuesday from now on. It could come on a Saturday from now on. I'm not really limiting my schedule anymore, which I think is freeing up my intuition. It's freeing up my availability for my Earth signs as well. Okay, so hopefully you resonate with this. This is, of course, a general message designed for those who have Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in the sign of Capricorn. But of course, if you are a cross-watcher, feel free to switch up or reverse the roles. Okay, take what resonates. I read for thousands of people, guys. Okay, it's not going to resonate for everyone. If it's not your week, it's not your week. But take what resonates, leave the rest. All right. Capricorn. Let's just see what comes of your cards, okay? I'm getting a little bit of a conflicting energy, but it may be a little bit of confusion around you, okay? Just a little bit of confusion. Maybe you're wondering in what direction you should go in. Please show me the energy for Capricorn this week. Yeah. Cap, I'm almost having a hard time like holding my cards and controlling them. They're wanting to go all sorts of ways. And then also just as I'm shuffling, I'm getting this real fogginess. I'm getting a real fogginess over the head space. Okay, so maybe some mental clarity. All right, that almost made me choke a little bit. We have coherence. All right, Cap, so listen, a little bit of a mental fogginess or confusion going on, but it's totally okay. All right, just breathe. It's fine, okay? Everyone goes through these things. It could be an element in the air. You know, like literally we're in Libra season, so Libra season is the cardinal air energy, and it's all about sobering up, okay? It's all about realizations, helping us balance and harmonize our lives better. I'm getting an essence that there's absolutely no rush to this. Absolutely no rush, okay? So as you're trying to collect your thoughts, you can just sort of sift away any paranoia or any angst, okay, if that applies. Because coherence and integration or seamlessness of thought is so much more important now. Okay, so I almost want to slow your energy down. When I was shuffling, I kind of got a little hasty, okay? Conflicting energy, of course, but you know, that made me talk a little fast, I was noticing, and the cards were jumbled, and it was kind of like, what's going on? Coherence is coming to you. And I actually had a download like a few months ago about this, and I wrote it down and I relayed it in the Aquarius reading. But coherence came to me as a sort of vision, or like even more so an equation. Okay, so coherence is really simple when you think in terms of past, present, and future. What you know of the past has already happened. Okay, and so there's really no way to change that. You know what is now, or what you have in front of you, and you also don't really know what the future is going to hold. And so don't hold yourself to thinking you know, because you don't. And if you think of it in this way, as an equation, when you have hydrogen and oxygen, you have two components and you can put them together to make something completely different. You can make water from those two components. Okay, so hydrogen, oxygen equals water. That's coherence. When you know something And when you believe something, or, when you feel something and you think something, then that's coherence, right? It's the seamlessness that you're trying to achieve. It's about your beliefs as well, because we have belief on the bottom of the deck, as well as your perception, apparently. Okay, so all of these very airy, intellectual, thought-evoking cards are coming up. But, outside of perception, I think you realize this. It's about your perception, of course. How you think about things matters. But even more so, your belief. Okay? What do you know? And, of course, we don't really ever know anything. So get rid of that thought. But what do you believe? And that does matter, because what you believe affects you, it affects the present moment, and it affects what comes in the future. So belief in this deck is a number 11. And as it's on the bottom of the deck, to just support this coherence energy, I really think that you could be going through a process or integration period where you're not supposed to be doing anything spectacular. You're really not. You're not supposed to be making grand gestures or moves, or, especially not solidifying anything, because everything's like up in the air, right? This is all about what you believe. This is all about what you think, what you know to be true, and how those beliefs, how those thoughts affect you in turn. Okay? So coherence, having hydrogen and having oxygen, will eventually make water. But you need to decide for yourself what components you're working with, what components you have, what resources you have, and how solid they are, or how good for you they are. Right? So eventually you're going to make water. You know how to do that. This is the coherence, this is the product of whatever process you're going through, but it's important to go through the process and collect the data first. It's almost very airy energy. Like you could even have a Gemini placement, because it just feels like you're collecting the data, or you're sifting through a lot of thoughts. Okay, and things are very malleable right now, so don't hold yourself to any one thing. Also, coherence is a number 4, which I think I may not have mentioned before. I typically do. 4s are all about stability. It's all about stability, okay? The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. So again, what you think and what you feel will eventually create a harmony in your life, but maybe you're in this decide mode of what that is for you. The frequency of belief supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and talents and a strong connection to source. Beautiful. Beautiful. So another thing to just comfort you, because I do feel a slight anxiousness or nervousness, is that source is behind this. Okay, so know that source is behind this. Spirit would never give you anything that you couldn't handle. Lucky you, Capricorn, right? No, source would never give you anything that you couldn't handle. So although you could be, just really not liking your current situation, which for some of you, I can feel that. That's okay, because you're one of the stronger ones. You absolutely can handle it, and that's why the universe is pushing you so hard, okay? So, what do I want to use for Capricorn? I think I just want to go with a traditional tarot. No, I just picked it up and they were like, girlfriend, put that back down. Okay, so we're going to go with my Psychic Tarot, you guys. Psychic Tarot for Capricorn. Show me Capricorn's energy this week. In love and relationships. Of course, you guys. We do love and relationships here. Show me. Which relationships, what is that even? We can extend those relationships to home and family and business and acquaintances and, it's how we relate. Which I think is just right for this kind of energy. Show me Capricorn's core energy. Show me Capricorn's core energy in love and relationships this week. Show me Capricorn's core energy in love and relationships this week. Show me Capricorn's core energy in love and relationships this week. Beautiful. Capricorn, let's see what this is. Oh my gosh, this is exactly what I was saying. I love this deck so much. Yeah, so listen, you guys, you gotta listen to spirit on this one, because whatever you're in contemplation about or feel like you haven't been able to put the pieces together, or you haven't had the right, I'm almost hearing like components, like you're putting together some sort of algorithm or experiment, and it's like some of those pieces are still falling into place, but for you, it's really significant because they are actually falling into place. Okay, with your contemplation, consideration on your beliefs of what you think, of what you know now. There's victory and success there, so that's beautiful. We have a number 6. This is 6 of Spirit. Okay, and this is the one that actually came up on its face. This one was just underneath it on its back. Okay, so this is the one that I want to sort of showcase as your core energy, because that's the way it feels. It feels like you are overcoming something, or that you're meant to, okay? Especially, this is a very special card for you specifically, Cap, because as you're moving through digesting these mental energies of what you think, what you feel, what you believe, you're actually coming to a pinnacle, okay, of this mountaintop, which is so suiting for you. And I like to say with this sort of mountain energy that when you reach the pinnacle, your view is no longer obstructed. So that is literally the pinnacle of success, right? Where you have no obstructions, where you see clearly, where, you finally get the advantage point, right? It's like you've had to climb this mountain, and it could have been an arduous climb, but now that you're on top of it, firstly, you can see and your perception is clear, but then it's almost like you're on Pride Rock, right? It's like you really feel like you've overcome something. Then we have Rest and Rejuvenate. Okay, so let's look at this, because whatever this was, whatever you're putting behind you, it did take a toll on you. Very mentally consuming, very mentally draining, confusing. But again, we have a number 4. And so this is sort of the 4 of Swords in the traditional tarot, where you get to take a rest. You get to, lay down and put your hands together and just really hone in and focus and draw all your energy back in. Because before it was lacking feeling, right? Before you were just kind of scatterbrained and you weren't seeing clearly, and things just were sort of aloof and not very put together or balanced. And now you have an opportunity to do that. Okay, so I think this week is actually going to be giving you quite a bit of clarity. What is this? Yeah, okay, so wow, listen. Whoa, I just got really excited. Whoa. Okay, Capricorn, I feel this all too much. You're going to overcome this, but look at what we have. We have fear. I was trapped in fear. So then we have power on the bottom of the deck to balance that out. And then we have Love Begins. And then we have the Lovers. Wow, okay. So listen. With these 2 energies, okay, power supporting trapped in fear, there was something that you needed to overcome. There was an obstacle in your way. But it was a mental obstacle. It was a mental block, okay? I mean, it's pretty clear that this person really is in anguish, and they feel like they're trapped. They feel like they have no direction. But just above and outside those glass windows, there's the sun. So So it is kind of redundant to think you're still here, because you're actually not. And if you feel this way, it's okay. I mean, it's something you have to work through. Don't be so critical or hard on yourself. This is all about taking your power back. And sometimes we do have to be trapped in fear to realize, oh, well, that wasn't true. that wasn't really the case. I can just take my power back. Power is strength in the major arcana, and it's here to balance this out. Like, quite literally, they cancel each other out. Underlyingly, you have a lot more strength than you may realize that you're needing to tap into. You may feel like, oh, this situation is just never going to get better. I don't know what to do. I don't know the direction. That's totally meant to be. It's totally meant to be. So with strength, we also have transparency. Wearing all your colors. I love this card because he's the man and he's the lion. He has this very refined, distinguished side of him. Humanity, wise man sort of energy. But then he's also the lion. And the lion gets hungry, right? The lion's instinctual. And the lion is survivalistic. And so it's okay to own both sides of this energy. It's okay to own your flaws. It's okay to own that animalistic side just as much as that distinguished side that you may have. So that's something that I'm getting for just a specific few of you, but I think it is a process of integration, what you've learned, and maybe you're having to really focus on your strengths and not your fears. Okay? Maybe that is the mental energy that is going to be your choice this week. Because as you balance those, you're going to find your truth, and it's going to become very real, very transparent, what you think you create. It can be that simple. I also see that you're not moving forward with something because you're needing to reflect and integrate something before you do. And like I said with coherence, there is some message of just, that's all right. You have time. Time is on your side, not against you. Okay? Rest and rejuvenate, Capricorn. Take some time in nature. Literally, some of you have just been working so hard that you really do deserve a break. The universe with these two energies, look at that, the heart chakra as I land, they want you to start to receive, okay? Just as much as coherence is mental and it's about your belief and having the resources and finding the solution to a problem, it's as much about giving and receiving. Coherence, giving and receiving. The things that you haven't been giving or haven't been allowing yourself to receive, which I think it's actually the former, because you're a Capricorn, for crying out loud. Caps, you work too hard. You go too hard for others, for situations, for, people. And I think the universe is maybe tugging on you to receive a little bit more. Take the time you need, because you have a habit of working and then maybe neglecting that self-care more than any other sign. Really focusing on expectations, obligations, responsibilities, and really depriving yourself of a lot of the simpler things sometimes. The simpler joys, childlike play. Okay? So we have, beautiful, we have crown chakra, movement, choices, and decisions. Okay, so listen, Capricorn, I'm here to help ya. Because I know how this goes. You're going through an awakening. It's fine, okay? It's fine. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine, all right? And I don't mean to criticize you or, anything like that. I just kind of feel like you need to give yourself a break, all right? There's this mental energy that you absolutely need to take a break from. Everyone does. Movement, choices, decisions. This is about making a decision and you being very conflicted about it because of everything you've learned, all the things you know now. And your mind can wander. Your mind can wander a little bit. So hone in on those energies. Again, with coherence and belief, it's really no joke, because what you think, you create. All right? And so what you think feeds your beliefs, and if those beliefs don't serve you, do away with them. If those people don't serve you, do away with them. Be strong about it. Be strong within yourself as well. Your crown chakra is opening. So for the people that this is resonating with, wear a hat. Okay? Put a towel around your head. Put a hoodie on. Wear a headband. You know, there's these energies that are coming through that are really expansive, and it's about closing chapters. It's about making a decision. That is a very real or tangible thing. And some of you are really nervous about it. But you're getting all these insights that are spirit guided, telling you to go for it, telling you to do it. And so you're in this conflicting energy, wanting to find coherence, wanting to find peace of mind, but integrating all these new thoughts has been a little bit overwhelming for some of you. So my trick is to get in water, bathe. Salt bath, perfect. Also, if you can't take a bath, or if you can't soak yourself in water or get out in nature, then put on a hoodie. Do some yoga, breathing, just simply breathing out the thoughts, pushing them out. I feel like some of you are really going to need that this week. And don't be afraid to look foolish. If you have to do that in public or in your car or whatever, go out in the car and scream if you need to. Like, however bad or however intense these energies can be, I think you're going to be able to handle them, knowing that spirit would never give you something that you couldn't handle. Simple. Okay? You are actually meant to overcome this. This is an obstacle that was designed for you, okay, to figure out, but you can't solve an intellectual problem intellectually. That's why coherence is here. Okay? You can't solve this problem intellectually. As much as you want to think about it, as much as you may be going over your mind about all the possibilities, it's not going to do you any good at one point or another. And so you're going to need to release the resistance of needing to know, or having some strategy or plan or outcome that is set in stone. It just doesn't work that way. Not during awakenings. Awakenings, in fact, I think, are sort of plotted and planned against you, you know, in a way, so that the unexpected happens. We also have Choose Wisely on the bottom of the deck, which is all about receiving clarity. So through this energy and through this moment, maybe of this pivotal crown chakra awakening, you know, having this sort of big bang in the mind of all your beliefs and all the things that you're finding out or figuring out or feeling now, you are going to be making a decision, and it's going to be the right one. And it's going to be the right one because time is on your side. Illusion is fading away, because Choose Wisely is the seven, the Seven of Cups. It's all about choices, options, having this and that, and I don't know how I feel, and maybe that's false, or maybe that's an illusion, or maybe that's a lie, and I don't know how to trust myself. That's all fading away. And that's exactly why there's this friction. It's because you're having to go through each one of those thoughts, feel through them, decide for yourself whether they serve you or not, and you know, hopefully come to a resolution within yourself, because this is the crossroads you're at. This is the crossroads you're at. Very mental energy, and it also has a lot to do with the season we're in. Oh, positive movement forward. Beautiful. Look at that. And underneath that, we have financial and material changes. Okay, so there are some changes in your life, but know that you're choosing wisely and you're moving forward in a positive direction, because these are your options, and I think it's very clear which one you're going to choose. I mean, point blank, any mental decision we make is either from this place or this place. Anybody with me? Anyone with me? You hearing me out there, Capricorn? Are you trapped in fear, or do you have power over your situation? Yes? Okay, great. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I'm going to grab a spirit animal totem for you before we go into the clarity. We're going to go into the clarity with my traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck. We're going to see if we can't uncover some of the logistics, okay, of this situation. We're not going to dive too far in because, of course, we're not wanting to expand your thoughts too much more. And I would be very careful about watching tarot readings, what you give energy to this week. It just seems like you're in a real transitional energy, and it is important what kind of information you're digesting. You know, there's something here about conscious consuming. Okay, conscious consuming. I like that. Conscious consuming. What do I believe? What do I reject? What serves me? What doesn't serve me? That's beautiful. Okay, really powerfully coming out, we have... This is a really special card. Okay, regarding mind, mental thought, and crown chakra, we have infinite possibilities, the unicorn. Okay, so listen, we have firstly a message of telepathy. Okay, some of you may be realizing you have telepathy. Some of you may be realizing that you can do this, or that you have a gift and, you know, you're just expanding in a lot of ways and you're feeling like a magical unicorn. It's great. This is all about your power. It's all about gifts. This is all about your mental capacities, and the care, okay, the responsibility that you have over your mind, the responsibility over what you have of these gifts. The butterflies I love because it's transformative. What you're finding right now and what you've recently discovered about the clarity, your thoughts, the information that's come to you, it's all very expansive, but it's very transformative as well, okay? Right now we have a Libra season, but we have something going on in Scorpio as well. I think it's Pluto in Scorpio, which is very highly transformative, but it really requires us to go deep. It requires us to go deep. And so we're looking at infinite possibilities as you emerge. Okay, so trust that you're just this little caterpillar right now, and you're going into your cocoon, and I know that's kind of scary, and it could kind of be daunting. Or some of you could have been in the cocoon for a while now, and now you're sort of getting the idea of coherence. Now you're getting the idea of belief. Now you're getting the idea of the capacity or capability of your mind, and it really is providing you infinite possibilities as you emerge. Okay, you're going to feel gorgeous after this. You are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. I love that. Thank you so much, Cap. For those of you who follow me over to Vimeo, the link is in the description box below. And if we part ways here, don't forget to like and subscribe. I would love to see you back next week, and take care. Bye-bye.